Let us all bow and pray. Lord, thank you for this day. May you let us grab this moment to learn and give knowledge to those who watch this presentation. Help us focus our hearts and minds now on what we are about to learn. Amen.
Good day, everyone. I am Jacqueline Magpuri, and today we will be talking about katarungang pambarangay with a focus to estafa or swindling. So, what are the objectives of my presentation? The first objective is to know the significance of the katarungang pambarangay to criminal justice system. Second is to be aware of the grounds of estafa or swindling, and also to know the process and the penalty of committing estafa in barangay sector. So what is Katarungang Pambarangay? Katarungang Pambarangay or Barangay Justice System is a community-based dispute settlement mechanism that is administered by the basic political unit of the country, the barangay. So, Katarungang Pambarangay settles disputes between members of the same community, generally in the same city or municipality. It also involves the punong barangay or the barangay captain and other members of the community like Lupon members as the intermediaries or tagapamagitan or tagapagkasundo. Next, Katarungang Pambarangay is a system of justice administered at the barangay level for the purpose of amicable settling disputes through mediation, conciliation, or arbitration among the family or barangay without resorting to courts. So, Katarungang Pambarangay is a local approach that empowers families and communities to resolve conflicts without resorting to court. So, napopromote niya yung harmony, cooperation, and also the social cohesion within the community or within the barangay. So, through barangay justice system, disputes are addressed in a fair and impartial manner that preserves relationship and fosters a sense of community. Next, Barangay Justice System is mandated by Republic Act number 7160 or the Local Government Code of 1991. So prior to this law, the establishment of the barangay justice system had been covered by Presidential Decree 1508 in 1978 and Batas Pambansa bilang 337 or the 1983 Local Government Code. So bakit nga ba mahalaga ang barangay justice system? Ang barangay justice system kasi is accessible and community-based forum for resolving disputes. So its primary goal is to promote peace and harmony within the community by encouraging amicable settlements and reducement reduce, reducing the need for formal legal proceedings. So, bakit nga ba kailangan or deserve ng katarungang pambarangay ang increased attention and support from the community? Here's why. First one is community empowerment, accessibility and affordability, reduced court congestion, and cultural preservation and also the improved community relations. So, ang katarungang pambarangay ay ang paglutas ng mga problema within the barangay sa pamamagitan ng pag-uusap at pagbibigay ng hustisya. For example, paglutas ng problema sa pagitan ng magulang at ng anak, sa pagitan ng magkaibigan at pati na rin sa pagitan ng magkapitbahay. So that's our example of why the Katarungang Barangay deserves increased attention and support. So, dako naman tayo sa swindling or estafa. Senator Amy Marcos introduced Senate Bill number 1544 giving authority to the Lupong Tagapamayapa to settle amicably cases involving discovering secrets, qualified theft, estafa, fencing, malicious mischief, adultery, concubinage. So the date of publication of the Senate Bill number 1544 is on May 26, 2020. It is an act expanding the function of the lupong tagapamayapa for the cases of discovering cases or discovering secrets, qualified theft, fencing, malicious mischief, libel, adultery, concubinage, and also the case of estafa or swindling. So, swindling or estafa under Article 315 of the Revised Penal Code, estafa, also known as swindling, is defined as a fraudulent act that causes damage to another person's property or rights. In the case of estafa, the criminal offense of swindling, the penalty is dependent on the value of the damage or prejudice caused by the offender. So, according to the RPC or the Revised Penal Code and the RA 7160 or the Local Government Code, barangay official can only mediate and settle estafa cases involving amounts not exceeding 200 pesos. So, for the cases exceeding 200 pesos, the parties involved should file a complaint with the appropriate authorities. So, barangay officials may still provide support and assistance in solving or resolving disputes. Gaya ng mga cases na nabanggit ko kanina, like disputes between families, friends, or and also between magkapitbahay. But they cannot formally adjudicate cases exceeding the 200 pesos limit.
Dapat nating malaman ang estapa, ang pinag-uusapan dyan, pera. Kaya ang daing nag-aaway dyan. Salapi, pera, datong, yun ang pinag-uusapan dyan. Ngayon, ang sabi ng ating saligang batas, ang utang, walang nakukulong sa utang. Yan dapat ang unang tandaan natin. Pero bakit may estapa o swindling? Kasi minsan nagmumula sa utang. Kamukha yung napanood natin sa TV, di ba? Nag-order, yung pala, niloloko na at nagkaroon ng malaking utang na naghahalagang 15 o 50,000 pesos. Pero ang operative word dyan, Grace, pangloloko. Kung sa simula ng transaksyon, ang layunin talaga ng isang tao sa isang transaksyon ay para mangloko, iyan ay estapa. Pero kung hindi naman mapapatunayan na sa simula pa, prior or simultaneous sa transaksyon, may pangloloko, hindi estapa yan. Baka isang pangakong magbabayad, pero hindi lang natupad, hindi magiging estapa yon. So, ang gist dyan, pangloloko ng simula't simula pa, iyan ang magiging estapa.
So, walang maikukulong kung sa utang lang naman talaga.
Yes,
kung may goodwill naman or
Correct.
may good intention naman siya sa una na talagang gusto niyang bayaran pero hindi niya talaga kaya, hindi mo pwedeng ikulong. Wala siyang
correct.
kaso. Pero kung meron siyang intensyon talagang manloko from the very beginning at mapatunayan ito, ito na yung estafa o swindling.
Tama ka. Bibigyan kita ng halimbawa, Grace. Gutom na gutom ka na. Pumunta ka sa restaurant. Pero talaga, ang punto mo kaya ka pumunta sa restaurant, kumain lamang.
Nang hindi magbabayad.
Iniisip mo na, ini-strategize mo. Pagkatapos kong kumain, pupunta ako sa CR, comfort room, may bintana doon, tatakas ako doon. So, kumain ka nga, pumunta ka sa CR, tumakas ka, nang loko ka, estapa yun. So, halimbawa naman, merong isang matandang babae, sinasabi mo, Nay, pirmahan nyo na itong anong yan, dokumentong yan. Wala yan. Gusto ko lang makita ang pirma nyo. Pagkatapos niyang pinirmahan, niligyan mo ng promissory note na may utang pala siya, may pirma niya pa. O, estapa yon, pangloloko yon. O halimbawa rin, yung sinabi mo sa akin, Torny, nasaan yung binili ko sa yung gold na ballpen? Sabi ko, Grace, eto, kunin mo na. Tapos, inukit mo, gold-plated lang pala. O, kita mo, may pangloloko talaga. May pangloloko talaga.
So, yun yung estafa, yun yung swindling.
Yan ang swindling.
Sa
Kaya
kasong ito, paano madidiin yung suspect attorney? Wala naman siyang inisyong check Wala rin naman siyang inisyu na promissory note na babayaran ko itong produktong ito.
Tama. Ano yan? Other deceit yan. Kaya nakikita mo yung pattern nung sinasabing gumawa ng swindling. Meron na siyang, ang parati niyang pinapakita sa kanyang internet, yung exactly the same deposit slip. Ito namang nagtitinda, akala niya, iba't ibang mga transaksyon yun. Pero siyempre, titignan mo rin ang istorya dito. Baka naman kasi may kapabayaan rin itong nagtitinda na hindi niya naman tinapansin, basta tinitingnan niya lang yung deposit slip, ayun, bayad na. O may pagkakamali itong nagbibigay,
So these are the types of evidence that are often essential in proving estafa. The examples are contracts, receipts, bank statements, written communication like emails, letters, text messages. So kung may mga evidence ka like contracts, receipts, bank statements, or other written communications, pwede mo yung dalhin sa barangay for the settlement or as patunay na mayroon ngang communication between you and the other party for better understanding at para mayroon na ring pag-unawa yung mga mediators like lupon tagapamayapa at pati na rin ang barangay captain or yung punong barangay. And that is all. Thank you all for listening and I hope you learned something from me. Bye.
I made this presentation about the Katarungang Pambarangay, Estafa or Swindling in partial fulfillment of the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Criminology under the subject Alternative Dispute Resolution and Crisis Management.